Bada bing, bada boom. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are live on this beautiful, terrific Tuesday right here in the Buckhead community of Atlanta. This is the day that the Lord has made. We're already rejoicing and we're glad in it. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the Ramonepreston Show. If you're coming on, a few things I want to ask you to do. Number one, I want to ask that you hit the like button, that you share this video, and that you tag Lolly Dolly everybody and let them know you boy, Prophet Ramon, the squad, because we in the house today. We're right here in the beautiful Buckhead community of Atlanta on the Ramonepreston Show. So hit the like button, hit the share button, and if you haven't already, please subscribe to my YouTube page. We have somewhere around 7.34 thousand subscribers on YouTube, and we are on the road to 10,000 subscribers. I need your help. I need your subscriptions. And I know some of you that be watching me, I know what you be doing. You watching and you be lurking, and every time you are thinking about subscribing and it asks you to sign in and to go through all these little loops, you don't want to go through them, but you're supporting a movement. You're helping to expand our reach. You're giving other people on social media, particularly on YouTube, an opportunity to hear information that can help change and transform their lives. So just take a few minutes and subscribe to our YouTube page. Even if you got to sign in, subscribe to my YouTube page, and be sure to follow me on Facebook, on LinkedIn, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter. You can find me on all of those platforms at Ramonepreston. At Ramonepreston. I really appreciate all of you for supporting the Ramonepreston Show. I appreciate all of you for continuing to share our content, and I'm appreciative to those of you that share information with us, letting us know through your feedback, through your questions, through your engagement, how this content is bringing value to you. So without further ado, welcome to the Ramonepreston Show. I'm your host, Ramonepreston, every Monday through Friday right here, 12 o'clock noon Eastern Standard Time. I show up on this show because I really want to help you start, structure, and scale your businesses, your ministries, your income streams, and your wealth building dreams. So that's what we specialize in. We specialize in helping people start, structure, and scale their businesses, their ministries, their income streams, and their wealth building dreams. We do it through our consulting division, our coaching programs, and our training programs. So we have several programs that we use to provide those services to you. So whether you are looking to train online and to have me mentor you in your business, in your ministry, in your finances on a day-to-day basis, we have amazing online virtual programs that are all hosted by me. They're all taught by me, and you get access to hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of videos, most of which you can't even find on social media. So think about that. We have almost 1,700 or over 1,700 videos on YouTube alone. And most of those videos that you see on YouTube, maybe a couple handfuls you'll find on our university platform. Other than that, everything that we have on our university platform, Ramonepreston.com, is exclusive to Ramonepreston.com or RamoneprestonUniversity.com. So just to let you know that what we give to you is very exclusive, is very cutting edge, and is helping a lot of people get their businesses off the ground and get success in their business. So we have training programs, we have consulting programs. We have a consulting program called the Business Incubator. And what we do with this Business Incubator is we literally work with you. It's a work with you program. So that means we sit down with you, we help configure your systems, like your sales system, your marketing system, your operational system, your financial system. We'll literally, as a team, sit down with you and build those systems out so that they can be configured to work for your business. We'll make sure that they integrate it in your business, and we train you on how to really build your business out with regard to your staff, your systems, your processes, your policies, your procedures, your vision, your mission, your core values. It's a all-inclusive, very, very comprehensive consulting program. And of course, we have our coaching program called the Millionaire Mentorship Program. A lot of our people are in our mentorship program, and my goal is always to introduce you to a program that can at least get you started, because as my grandma used to say, Rome wasn't built in a day. So you're not going to build everything in a day, and you're probably not going to build it overnight. It's going to be over time. So I just want to encourage all of you, even before I get into today's show, I want to encourage you to start. There's a saying, it's not how you start, it's that you start. So I just encourage you to get started somewhere. We have free content that we provide, of course, through the show. We have free events that we host, like our upcoming Millionaire Mastermind right here in Buckhead in a couple weeks. We have smaller programs like our holding company course and startup kit, or our all-in-one financial literacy program. We have ministry programs that are like $497. I mean, what you gonna lose by spending $500 to learn about business and finances and success and millionaire principles? And then we have our Millionaire Blueprint, our signature program that gives you access to hundreds of training courses. Like, this is information you gotta have if you plan on being successful. Now, if you just want to find a good job, figure out the best way to save money, and at some point in the future, you can retire with enough money that you ain't stressed out, maybe our program don't work for you. And the truth is, it'll still work for you. But most likely, once you start getting new information, it's going to change the way you think about business and finances. So today, I want to talk to you about where you should put your money during a recession. Everybody got their own opinions about what you should be doing in a recession or during a recession. And guess what? I ain't no different. I got my own opinions. So I'm going to voice my opinion about what I think you should do and where you should put your money during a recession. And again, some people don't believe we're in a recession. I talked to one gentleman Saturday, and he said something during our workshop that really, it really struck a nerve, because I was like, man, you right. He said, we ain't left the recession of '08. The last 14 years, we've been in a recession to some extent. There are some people who hadn't even recovered from 2008. So whether you believe you're in a recession right now or not, the truth is, things are happening in markets. Things are happening in industries. Things are happening in the business world, in the church world, in the real world, in every world. Things are happening. And you got to figure out what to do with what you got. So whether you work a job, whether you got a side hustle, whether you unemployed on a fixed income, whether you're a 1099, whether you got a business, a church, a ministry, or all of the above, whatever free money that you have, where do you put your money when you are in a recession? A lot of people are taking their money and putting their money in places, doing things with their money that's going to really cripple them a year or two from now. I want you to take the free money that you got or that you are going to get, and I want you to be able to put that money somewhere that it works for you. And guess what? I ain't telling you to put your money nowhere I ain't putting my money. That's the good thing about me. I ain't telling you to do something that I'm not doing. There are a lot of people on the internet. There are a lot of people on social media. There are a lot of people who doing what I'm doing right now, and they telling you to do stuff with your money that they ain't doing with their money. So I'm not that person. So today I'm going to share with you 3 places to put your money during a recession. 3 places you should put your money during a recession. So just in case you follow me and you believe and trust what I tell you to be true and accurate, and hopefully my lifestyle and the success of my life and business should be proof to you that I know something about business. I know something about money, because I ain't always been successful in business. I ain't always had money. I ain't always been in the position I'm in. But something I had to do right in order to get in this position. Unless you just think I'm doing something wrong or illegal. The truth is I'm doing what's right. And I'm implementing business principles, financial principles that keep producing success. And these are 3 things that I do. These are 3 places I put my money on a regular basis. All right. So let's get to the 3 things or 3 places you should put your money during a recession. Number 1, you should put your money. This is going to be funny to some of y'all. In your bank. Now, I know a lot of people gonna give me some flack for that, but come on, bruh, sis, because everybody that want to give me flack for that, you just talking junk. You don't even know what you talking about. You just listening to people on the internet telling you that don't put your money in the bank. And here's the thing. It's not that. Here's what I want to explain before I start getting ghetto. The first place you want to put your money during a recession is you want to put your money in your bank. You want to put your money in your bank. So here's what I want you to understand about this thing that I'm telling you to do. You should always save or store as much money or income as you possibly can. You should save. You should save as storing. Okay? You should save as storing. This is why I always encourage people, the first place you need to put your money is in the bank. You should put your money in the bank. And you should be putting your money in the bank to save as storing, not to save as hoarding. So don't listen to all this crazy talk that people tell you, well, you put your money in the bank, your money ain't earning interest. Yeah, of course it ain't earning enough interest to make sense. But I would rather save money that's earning little to no interest than not save money and ain't earning nothing. Okay? So I want to at least get disciplined, because why do putting your money in your bank plays a very important role in the success of your business and your finances? Because it teaches you discipline. Like, most people in the United States of America don't even have a couple $100s saved. Like, you can Google and see that there are studies and surveys that have been done to show that 70-something, almost 80% of Americans don't have $1,000 saved. Even more Americans don't have 500 saved. So it's like, or 70% of Americans don't have 500, and even more Americans don't even have 1,000. But let's just make it easy across the board. Almost every adult in America, 70 to 80% of adults in America don't have at least $1,000 saved up. So you know what that means? 70 to 80% of adults are not putting their money in the bank. So here's the psychology behind this. So if you're the kind of person that's saying, well, I ain't putting my money in the bank because the bank taking my money and they spending it and they doing this and they doing that. Well, where are you putting your money? Now, if you're putting your money in a safe or you putting your money in a shoebox, then okay, that's some discipline. But at some point, you don't need to be putting your money anywhere for hoarding. You need to be putting your money somewhere for storing. So all of the free cash flow that I get, of course, I want to put it in the bank, but I want to put it in the bank to store, not to hoard. So I'm storing for a score. Does that make sense? I'm storing for a score. I'm storing for a score. So my saving is storing, not hoarding, because I'm waiting for an opportunity to take the money that I'm saving and to do something productive with. Now, this is why you hear some people who got money and who invest heavily in certain things. They tell you, don't put your money in the bank. Put your money in a life insurance policy or UIL, or put it in real estate, or put it in Bitcoin or crypto or whatever the things are. A lot of times, especially when you hear people saying put your money in certain insurance policies or in real estate, what they're saying is when you put that money in there, you can always borrow against it or get some type of cash flow coming back. So you're not necessarily without the money, you're just getting it back in drips or at a certain time in the future. So that's correct, and that's what you should be doing. But most Americans are not in a position psychologically, they're not in a position financially, they're not in a position practically to do that. Most Americans are not in a position to build these big life insurance policies, or to go get real estate, or to invest in REITs. They can't really afford it. And most Americans who can't afford it, or who are not in that position, shouldn't be thinking about doing that initially before or until they get disciplined. So this is about discipline. This is about being able to bring money in and look at that money or that check, deposit it in your bank, and leave that doggone money alone and stop spending it all. Now, here's another problem, because I know some of you are thinking, well, I ain't making enough doggone money, Ramon. That's another issue. So I know I'm not making enough money, so I'm limited in how much money or income I can put in the bank. So my problem then is I've got to figure out new ways to increase my income while manage, or at least minimize, my expenses so I can live on less than what I make. But all of this is centered around discipline, because when a person is not disciplined to put their money or their income in the bank just to store it, not hoard it, just to store it, most of the times they're not disciplined to do that because they're not disciplined to even go make more money. They're not disciplined to live on less than what they make. I used to be that person, so I already know what it is. I was that person that, you know what, every dollar I get, I'm gonna hold on to it until the weekend, or until I see something in the store. It's like, I used to be undisciplined. I couldn't keep money. Every time I got money, I spent it. It was hot burning in my pockets, and I just couldn't get past a couple weeks. But that's how most Americans, most people are. We just gotta spend that doggone money. So this first place I'm telling you to put your money in during a recession is really about discipline. So I should ask you the question, are you willing to even get disciplined? Because getting disciplined don't mean you just gonna wake up every day and be like, okay, I'm gonna be disciplined today. I'm gonna get disciplined today. I'm gonna do it the right way. That ain't gonna discipline you. That ain't disciplining you. Disciplining yourself is educating yourself, training, being held accountable, getting around people who gonna make you do what you supposed to do. And if you just one of those people, ain't nobody gonna tell me nothing. Well, that's why you where you at. You gotta get to a point where people can hold you accountable. Even y'all who married, you got a spouse, and your spouse can't help you with your money. You want to control everything, and you squander everything because can't nobody tell you nothing. And then every time your spouse try to tell you how idiotic you are, you like, don't tell me what to do. I'm grown, blah, blah, blah. No, you're not grown. You're undisciplined. You're undisciplined. So the first place you should put your money during a recession is in your bank. So that's what we want to do during this recession. We want to put more money in our bank. And so all of you that's saying, well, you know, I oh my God, some of these people get on my doggone nerves, who every time I talk with them, there's just a few people, every once in a while I get these kind of people that come through. They come through one of my social media sites, or, you know, we talk, and they always got this grand idea of, Well, I got all my money in crypto. Okay, that's cool. I got all my money in Bitcoin. It's like Monopoly. You like, oh, I'm a millionaire in Monopoly dollars. But you're not paying for gas with crypto. Most likely you're not paying your rent. It may be a few places you could pay your rent in Bitcoin, but most of it you're not. You know, they do have some Airbnbs and certain businesses right now that are starting to come out that they take cryptocurrency, or they take Bitcoin. But for the most part, almost all your other bills, you're not paying T-Mobile or Verizon in Bitcoin or crypto or Monopoly money. So my point is, you can tell me about all this other money and currency and all these other assets you have, but here's my question to you. Have you, if you're that person that's always talking about all this other stuff you're investing your money in as opposed to the bank, have you been able to succeed with US dollars? That's what I want to ask you. Okay, you're successful in Monopoly money, but have you ever succeeded with US dollars? Can you validate any level of success with US currency? Because if not, I don't want to hear all that other stuff. And so for those of you that's not like that, and you have some common sense, and you're not living in la-la land, and you're not waking up every day acting like you playing Monopoly, listen to what I'm telling you. It's not that you shouldn't invest in those things. It's not that you shouldn't venture into other opportunities of investments. It's not that I'm saying you shouldn't have insurance policies that you can get loans on or get real estate investing. What I'm saying is, you should first build the muscle, develop the discipline to be able to take US currency, the dollars that you use mostly every day, and save as much as you can, because you're disciplining yourself to live on less than what you make, and you're able to store for a score. So when an opportunity in the next couple months presents itself, because there's a whole lot of opportunities that's going to present themselves. Like almost every day I get emails from brokers and business advisors and people who are literally like playing the liaisons and middlemen between businesses being sold, assets being sold, wealth is being transferred. But sometimes you have to have some form of liquid cash. Sometimes you have to have some type of financial backing or cash reserves that you don't need to depend on anything outside of what you've done. It's just the way it is. Some people think like they're gonna just get a loan and get a line of credit, or get a $500,000 credit card and live happily ever after. Man, that stuff don't work. And the few people it worked for, it don't always work for everybody. So it may be a couple people who pull it off and it worked for, but I'm telling you, that's not how you want to build success. That's not how you want to try to build a successful business. That's not how you want to create financial freedom. You want to do certain things the right way. You want to be a principled person. I'm not saying that it ain't times you got to break the rules and be unorthodox and do things in an unconventional way. All I'm saying to you is put your money in your bank. That's what I'm saying. Put your money in your bank. Okay? Let's get to the next one. Number 2. Bada bing, bada boom. Number 2, the second place to put your money. This is going to be a big one here. Number 2, put your money in your mind. Like let me explain something to you. I hope you can understand what I'm getting ready to say. One of the greatest banks you can ever put your money in is your memory bank. Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth right there? I'm sitting down because I want to give you time like a lecturer. I want to give you time to write what I'm telling you down. The greatest bank you can put your money in, or one of the greatest banks, is your memory bank. So the second place I recommend you to put your money during a recession is to put your money in your mind. To put your money in your mind. I was talking to my personal assistant yesterday, and we have different programs. As I said at the beginning of the show, we have free programs that we offer. We have $500 programs. We have $1,500 programs. We have $3,500 programs. Our mentorship program is $3,500. Of course, we provide payment plans for all of our programs. We have $10,000, $15,000, $20,000, $25,000 programs. And guess what? I know my programs are worth what we offer them for because of the services that we provide and the work that we do when we have clients who are participating in those programs. And all you got to do is find somebody, Google somebody to figure out who is in one of Ramonepreston's programs and are they learning something. If they ain't, maybe they telling the truth or maybe they ain't. Because I get people every once in a while to be reaching out and acting like, you know, they want their money back. And I've had a couple people to do that. They want a refund, they want their money back. And one of the first questions I ask them is, and I ain't trying to throw shade on them, but one of the first questions I ask them is, have you been on the program? And then we go pull up to see how often they've been on the program. And it's like, well, I ain't getting nothing from it. Of course you ain't getting nothing from it. You ain't been on there. Of course you ain't learning nothing from it. Now, it's not that I'm trying to argue with you or disagree with you, but I'm also trying to prove a point that go through everything, then come back and say, I ain't learned nothing. I don't remember nothing. Ain't nothing happened. Okay, but don't go through, 0.01% of 3, 6, 4, 5, 600 videos, and then you say, you know what, it ain't working. No, it don't work like that. But most people will tell you, we're learning something, we're getting something. So it's very important for you to understand this, because me and my personal assistant, we was talking about this yesterday, and I was telling her that, the average person that comes into our business as a client either purchases our Millionaire Blueprint, which is about $1,500, or they become members of our mentorship program, which is $3,500. And then we have a certain number of people that purchase online products like our holding company course or our financial course or our church startup kit. They're roughly $497, right? But the average person is somewhere between $1,500 for the Millionaire Blueprint and $3,500 for our mentorship, our coaching program. Now, here's the thing. Me and her was just talking about this yesterday. This is where this comes in at. Do you honestly think you can change your whole life for $1,500 or $3,500? Like, you have no idea how much money it's going to cost for you to continue to grow if you think that. Like, you can't even go, like, it's almost like going to a college, going to like one of the biggest universities and saying, I'm going to just take like one semester, the 4 or 5 classes or the 6 or 7 classes during one semester. I'm going to take that only for like $8,000, but I'm not going to take the other 4 years of college education. You're not going to get what you're supposed to get. No, you got to take each semester, each term, each year, each major, each minor, each activity, each experience, and over the course of that time you're in that institution, you develop this muscle. You become that person. That's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about you thinking you're going to buy a course and ta-da, you a millionaire. Ta-da, you out of debt. No, you came into that thing with the wrong understanding. So it's not really that what you're getting is failing you sometimes. It's you've already failed going into it because you thought you can take just a little bit of time, a little bit of resources, a little bit of money, and you're going to just make $1 million moves. It don't work like that. I'm telling you, it don't work like that. I'm telling you, I can't even tell you how many clients I talk with, students I have in my programs that tell me, I've followed you and watched you on social media. I've listened to you, I've taken a lot of your information, but it wasn't until I really got invested in a lot of the things that you teach and that you grow us into. It wasn't until that commitment that I realized I really needed to learn more. I didn't know as much as I thought I knew. And I go through the same thing. So it's like, there's never been a time where I just paid 10 grand for a program and I'm like, okay, I'm good. I've done that multiple times over. It's gonna take way more than $1,000 or 3,000 or 5,000. Like, what do you want to become? Like, we around here acting like, okay, we want to become millionaires. Okay, you know how much $1 million is? Like, have you ever done the math on how much $1 million is? It's like making $1 million or even becoming a millionaire in your net worth is something most people never do. Never in their lifetime. And you can't think you're going to just, oh, I'll just pay $1,000 for this and $200 for that, and I'll get this $49 thing and this $20 book, and I'll just read 10 $30 books for $300. You're not going to get it. How? Every once in a while, somebody may get it and catch it, but that person may have certain drive and ambition and discipline and commitment that is unusual than everybody else. But if you're doing what most people do and you're just trying to get in and learn, come on, I'm telling you, put your money in your mind. And I'm not just talking about buying one course or buying one program or paying to go to one event or paying to go to one mastermind, or because I listen to people right now, people do the same thing in ministry that they do in business. So when I talk to somebody in ministry and they talking like, oh, I'm connected to this guy, or, you know, I'm under the leadership of this person. And it's like, a lot of times they're not. They just may have partnered with their ministry, you know, paid like a $20 a month partnership. Okay, you partner with them for $20 a month, but you don't know them. You're not around them, because in order for you to know them and be around them, that $20 may require you to pay $2,000 or $20,000, but you're not willing to pay that because you can't see that in your mind, because putting money in your mind to you doesn't make sense. You think for little to nothing, you're going to get somewhere. It don't work like that. So if you're listening to me, I'm telling you, in order for you to grow your business, in order for you to get to a place financially that most people never get to, you have to be prepared to, number one, put your money in the bank, because that means you're disciplined. That means you live on less than what you make. That means you have built the muscle to understand storing your money for a score, not hoarding it. And number two, you put your money in your mind. So that means every chance you get, you're putting your money in your mind. Like literally, you're putting your money in your mind. All right? Like every couple weeks or so, me and my wife, we're sitting down, we're putting money in our mind. I travel to put money in my mind. We're online putting money on our mind. We got business coaches and mentors and ministry mentors, and we're always pouring financially into them so that they can pour more into us. If they're doing something, it doesn't matter how much it costs, because we're paying this money to go into our mind. Am I making sense? So get out of this thing. And you don't have to be doing no business with me. You don't have to be a part of none of my business programs. Because I appreciate everybody that supports my business. I appreciate people who support my ministry. I appreciate people who appreciate what I give to them. But here's the truth. If somebody decides to never do business with me, or to never support me, or to never purchase anything from me, do you think it's going to stop me from being successful? There are almost 8 billion people on this planet. Don't you know there are way more people than the few people who don't want to do business with you that are out there in that world wanting to do business with you? So I'm never concerned about who don't want to pay to play with me, who don't want to pay the price to get what I got, because they don't know the price I paid to have what I have. They don't know how much it costs for me to do what I do and be who I am. And they could never afford me if I charged them based on what I have to pay and go through. So it don't matter. And if you're a business owner and an entrepreneur, you should adopt the same mentality. But be sure that you are putting money in your mind. As a matter of fact, I want my clients to know that I pay a lot to have the information I have, to know what I know, to do what I do. Matter of fact, one of our newest clients that just joined one of our mentorship programs, I'm on the phone with this gentleman and he's basically telling me, hey, I know who your business mentor is because I've been a part of some of the products and programs that he's had. And he said to me, the gentleman is telling me over the phone, basically, the programs that you're in, they cost way too much for me. I know how much you paying to be in them programs. I know how much you pay to be in them rooms. I know you dishing out money to be in front of the people you in front of. That made me feel good for somebody who wants to do business with me, who wants me to coach them and help them in their life and business and finances. They know how much money I put in my mind. So they know I ain't coming to play. They know I'm bringing the heat. They know it ain't nothing they're going to be dealing with that I ain't dealt with because they want to get to where I am. Put your money in your doggone mind. One of the greatest banks you can have is your memory bank. All right. So let's get to the third place you should put your money. Number 3, put your money in business systems. Put your money in business systems. This is where you need to put your money, in business systems. Now, there's a whole lot of stuff I can say about putting your money in business systems, okay? Because if you're not a business owner, how do you put your money in business systems? If you're not a business owner, well, there are many ways you could put your money in business systems, even if you're not a business owner. So for example, if you're not a business owner and you work for a business, then you still need to be investing in the opportunities you know that business can provide for you if in fact you continue to grow and learn and develop and become a better version of yourself. So there may be opportunities for expansion and growth in that business you work, right? There could be an opportunity for you to become a salesperson, an executive. There may be another division. Maybe there's new things that they're venturing to do that you don't know about because you're not thinking about other business systems even within the business that you work. Sometimes you just need to go to HR if it's a big business, or go to the CEO if it's a small business, or go to the shift supervisor or the manager or the COO or whoever's in charge, the VP, and ask them, where in this business can I find an opportunity to grow? I want to learn. I want to invest more time, more money, more of my skills and my efforts into growing within the business. Are there any systems within this business that I can start investing in to grow? There may be something that they want to do that they're looking for somebody like you to help them build it out. And you can get a piece of the upside of it. But you got to think about putting your money in those areas, because what if they're not going to finance it? What if they're not going to do it? What if they tell you, well, if you do A, B, and C, we will back you and support you, but you got to show us A, B, and C. And what if A, B, and C cost you $5,000? Are you willing to make that investment? Well, not So if you're not willing to put your money in business systems. Now, on the other hand, if you are an independent contractor, if you are a network marketer, all of you that's in this space, please listen to me. If you're in the 1099 space, as an independent contractor, as a network marketer, as a real estate agent, or as any type of freelancer, you need to start handling your business the right way. You need to legitimize what you're doing. Okay? I shouldn't buy something from you and still feel like I'm working with a mom and pop shade tree individual. And don't listen to the people who say, oh, it's okay to stay small, stay under the radar. You don't have to get big. Bigger ain't better. No, to them, it ain't better because they cannot make sense of you growing. They don't see it for themselves, so they're trying to project that on you. Oh, you don't need that. Oh, that ain't gonna work for you. Oh, that ain't really the direction you should go. What you should do is just stay where you at and just be happy and satisfied and just, you know, like play it safe. That's what people tell you because that's what they would tell themselves, or that's what they telling themselves. You got to get around people like me who's telling you, you need to build this thing out. You need to become as big as you can possibly be. You need to get as much going as you possibly can. You need to lean in with everything you got. And you need to do what Dale Carnegie said you should do. You should put all your eggs in that basket and watch that basket. And I want to add something to it. Work that basket. So some people say, don't put all your eggs in one basket. No, I'm putting all of them in that basket. And I'm going to watch it and I'm going to work it. Because I'm going to make sure that the eggs keep multiplying and that we keep having babies on babies and babies and we keep growing and we keep going. So guess what? You got to put your money in business systems. So I would not put my money in other investments unless or until I've developed the discipline and the rhythm of recycling new money into my business. Okay? Like until you're disciplined enough to keep, if you're a business owner, I'm talking to business owners right now. If you have a business, until you're disciplined and until you have found a rhythm of recycling new money within your business over and over again, I wouldn't be trying to take that money and slow that process down by investing in things that ain't gonna net you as much of a return as your own business will. Like, it don't make sense. Some people just don't do the math. Like the average investment today, the average real estate investment, depending on where you invest. So if you go invest in a piece of real estate yourself, you're the real estate investor, you go buy a house, a duplex, a triplex, a quad, 5-unit, a commercial property, depending on the type of investment, how sophisticated you are, the analytics and the numbers, there's a lot of things that have to be factored in. But let's just say conservatively, you can easily, as a real estate investor, you can easily get a 10%, maybe even a 20% return on your investment. All right? We're talking about real returns, okay? We're not talking about IRR. We're not just talking about like internal rate of return. We're just talking about like cash flow, cash on cash return. Real estate. If you invest in a REIT or some type of real estate investment crowd fund, that might be 5%, maybe 8%. Depending on the type of crowdfund or the type of REIT it is. If you're investing in stocks or bonds or those types of investments, they may very well be somewhere between 5% and 8%, depending. If you invest in CDs and money markets, I don't know, they may be somewhere between 2% and 3 or 4%. I'm not 100% sure about it, okay? So don't quote me on this and you wrong, you don't know what you're talking about. I'm just giving you some general idea, okay? Of course, if you're in a bank, you way down here. I don't even think you at 0.25 or something. But my point is, At the height of your investment, it could be a 10 to 20% return in real estate. But if you're investing in your business, your returns can actually be greater than 10 or 20%. Because if I take $10,000 and invest it in my business, right? Even if I take 10K and invest it in my mind, I can probably figure out a way to make a better return in my business just through this investment than I can by putting 20 grand in some outside investment. Because if the average return, even on the high side, is 10 to 20%, so what is 10% of 20K? Well, that's 2,000. 20% is 4,000. So you mean to tell me I can't put 20 grand in my business and figure out a way just within the first year of putting that 20 grand in to make an extra 2 grand? Of course, the 20 might be gone because I might have to spend it on my mind, learning, getting in front of the right people, becoming a better salesperson, getting better at marketing, spending some money on marketing and running ads and buying some infrastructures and platforms and software, maybe hiring somebody part-time just to give me that lift. But at some point, I can't make 2 grand or 4 grand back. The return on my investment could be greater than 20 grand in my business. So if you haven't mastered doing that, stop trying to find the next best thing. Remember, today's show was all about where to put your money during a recession. I wouldn't be this aggressive with you if we were not in what seems to be a recession. I'm this aggressive with you because I want you to start understanding that these are things that people who are successful are doing and it's working for them. All that other stuff, you ain't got time to play. So again, if you need information based on what I'm sharing with you, we have a program to help you. I coach and consult people and educate people every day about business, about finances, about starting and structuring their businesses, about integrating the right systems and processes in their business. Everything that I'm sharing with you, I do in my own life and business, and I give it to the people who I serve as clients in our business and our financial program. So I would love to give you access to all the information that I have to show you how to actually live on less than what you make, how to actually put a solid spending plan together. I actually have a 5-step millionaire plan that I provide for all of my clients who need some type of financial plan to use step by step as an outline. I also show you strategies on how you can minimize your taxes as a W-2 employee. I show you how you can take what you're doing as a 1099 contractor, convert it into a real business so that you can maximize your profits while capitalizing on the best deductions and write-offs as possible. Because once you start making money, the next problem that you're going to run into is taxes on the money that you're making, and how you build your infrastructure out and how you integrate the systems within that infrastructure are going to have a lot to do with how you minimize your taxes and maximize your deductions. That's why you can't just get one piece of data and try to use it. You got to get all of the pieces of data. So that's why all of my programs, I give you information and coaching and mentorship and consulting on the business side, how to start and structure a holding company, how to integrate the right systems and processes. But I also give you information, coaching, training, and consulting on financial systems. You have to learn about the basics of accounting, balance sheets, cash flow. You have to learn creative tax strategies. You have to know how to work that money within your holding company ecosystem. I teach you about things like goal setting and scheduling and how you're actually going to take your products and services and package them right, price them right, go into the marketplace. We even teach our clients how to build sales scripts and how to literally go out there and create opportunities through their marketing and through their sales to use their business as a funnel and as a pipeline. I got all the information for you. I want you to get access to it. All you have to do if you want it is to text the word millionaire. That's all you have to do. Text millionaire to 404-478-7213. Here's one of the things that I love to do. When you text that word to me, number one, I want you to already start setting your mind up for becoming a millionaire. I think you shouldn't be planning and preparing to be no less than a millionaire, especially the times that we're in. You should already be thinking, I need to be at least a millionaire. I need to at least be a millionaire, okay? So when you text me that, I want you to already be prepared to have the conversation on what exactly do you want to accomplish? What do you want to do? Because we're going to ask you a few questions when we do reach back out to you. So if you text millionaire to this number, we're going to call you back in a few minutes. And when we call you back, of course, we want to just introduce ourselves, get some information from you, and we want to make sure that whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish, that you intend to do in your business, in your finances, or with everything you have going on, we want to show you how you can bring it all together and what resources, what information you actually need in order to make that happen. I'm telling you, everybody that we talk to and we provide this information for, they almost always say the same thing. Their eyes open. It seems like a burden is lifted because they actually can see light at the end of the tunnel. Because what I'm sharing with you is the same blueprint that I've used to be who I am and to get where I am. So you're getting it the same way. And as I continue to grow, as I continue to learn, as I continue to develop, guess what I do? I add more courses on my platform. I provide more information to my clients. I give you more insight into what you're doing. So we grow, we go, we grow, we go. Text the word millionaire to 404-478-7213, and I'll be more than happy to speak with you for a few minutes to see what exactly are you doing, where you're glitching at, like what areas are you challenged in, what problems are you having? Are there sales problems? Are there marketing problems? Both? Are there operational problems? Are there financial problems? Do you not know how to structure your business? You know about the holding company enough to know that you need one, but you don't really know how to do it. You can't find enough information on it. Whatever it is, we have the resources for you. This is what we do here every day at Ramonepreston Enterprises. So I appreciate all of you. Please subscribe to my YouTube page. Drop a comment in the comment section. Give me some feedback. Let me know how valuable this content is to you. Let me know what you're learning. I love to get feedback from all of you because I appreciate hearing from you all. I want to know how this information is helping you. What exactly is it doing for you? I really, really appreciate that. James, shout out to you, man. Appreciate you. All of you that are on YouTube live, thank you so much. James, I appreciate you, man. Very proud of you. Looking forward to that session we have tomorrow with you. Melissa Williams, good afternoon to you, girl. Melissa said, yes, I've got to be more disciplined. It's about discipline. And it ain't the easiest thing to do. That's why you got to be in programs and in groups with people. I'm telling you, when you hear people say that stuff, you be thinking, man, they just trying to sell me on something. Yeah, they trying to sell you on something. Sell you on success. Because they know what works. So it's not like I'm not trying to sell you. I'm selling you something, but I'm selling you something that works. You need to be sold. You got to get sold on it, okay? You need to get sold on believing success can be inevitable for you. Success doesn't have to be optional for you. It doesn't have to be an option. You do not have to stay on the other side of cameras like this one, listening and watching people like me thinking, man, if I was a millionaire, man, if I had a successful business, man, I wonder how it feels. I used to be that guy. I was that guy that was on the other side of the camera. And I was thinking, man, God, I wish I had that opportunity. How does it feel to not need money to pay bills? Man, I know what it feels like, but I also know what it feels like to say yes to opportunities, to say yes to get disciplined, to say yes, I want to be around winners and successful people and millionaires because that's who I believe I am. Well, guess what? It starts right here. That's where it starts at. You can listen to all of this and then log off and go back to doing the same thing. Ain't nothing gonna change. And then you come back tomorrow, same thing. Then you come back the next day, same thing. Then you find somebody else later on this afternoon. And then next week you're confused because, well, Ramon said this guru said that. You're confused because you're not disciplined to say, hey, I gotta get in. And I got to get to where I know I'm supposed to go. And this person is talking my language. So thank you, Melissa, for coming on. Thank you, Al Redmond. Al said, I've learned that I truly enjoy investing into my intellectual property, putting money in my mind. Every investment is worth it. That's right, Redmond. Rogers, too. Strong info. Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you. Cars and detailing with Show Enough Clean Auto Spa. What up, baby? Millionaire. You need to text Millionaire. Cars and detailing with Show Enough Clean Auto Spa. I want you to text Millionaire to me. My first business that I started was a detailing business. It was an auto detailing business. That was my first business 20 years ago. So I want you to text Millionaire to me so we can talk with you and give you some resources to help you succeed, all right? Melissa, appreciate you. I love all of you. Thank all of you. Be sure to subscribe to my YouTube page. If you haven't, go visit Ramonepreston.com. Go to my website. Go to my website and take a look at all the resources. Like literally, you could go to my website, Ramonepreston.com, and when you go there, everything I'm telling you, you can see. Let me show you. If you go to Ramonepreston.com, I want you to type it in right now and go there. Go to Ramonepreston.com. Everything that I'm telling you, all my courses, all my programs, what you're going to learn, how it's going to help you, you can find it when you go to Ramonepreston.com. What is wrong? It's not coming up? Maybe my internet service is off or something. I don't know. Let's see here. Ramone Preston. Let's try web search. There we go. Bada bing, bada boom. Did y'all enjoy the show today? Y'all let me know how y'all feel about the show. All right? I want you to go to Ramone Preston 5-star review. I ain't got number 9 reviews right now. Y'all need to leave me some reviews if I've helped you. I only got 9 reviews. So I got a 5-star review, but it's only 9 people. It need to be like 900 people in order for them 5 stars to mean something. So when you go to Ramonepreston.com, if you go to the menu, you'll see here, the menu, you have coaching, consulting, you have training, licensing, certification. So all the things that we do, you can see. Like if you click on coaching, whatever you click on, it's going to take you to the page to show you what exactly this program is, what you're going to get from this program, what all comes with the program. You're able to see everything. And on our university training platform, you will find our Millionaire Blueprint. This is our signature program right here. Literally $125 a month. I can mentor you every day from your phone, from your tablet, from any device, and teach you literally every step to become a millionaire. From the financial side, the holding company, the business side, the entrepreneurial side, the goal side, the sales, the marketing, the systems and processes. We got all that in this Millionaire Blueprint. Our mentorship program, we have a licensing program. We actually have licensees. We have consulting services. We have a consulting program I mentioned to y'all. We have a certification program for coaches and consultants. So if you want to be certified as a coach and a consultant, we literally train you on that. So I want you to go to Ramonepreston.com for yourself and just take a look at the information we provide and see it for yourself. You can literally click on any training module, and remember, anything that you see on my website in terms of content, training material, curriculum, services, programs, products. We do this here in real life. We're not outsourcing this to some automated system. We're doing this in real life. You're talking to real people. You're calling a real business. We're in the middle of Buckhead, Atlanta, right across from Lenox Mall, down the street from Phipps Plaza. We for real about what we do here, because I want people to see you can actually do it. But you gotta be disciplined, willing to put the work in, and make the commitment, make the sacrifice. So I want you to text Millionaire, even if it's just for you to have a conversation with people who can give you some insight on what are the next steps you should take. Even if you don't purchase anything, even if you don't do business with me, I'm still always willing to share information with you to make your life, your finances, and your business better. So I appreciate all of you. I'll be back here tomorrow, same place, same time, 12 o'clock noon Eastern, right here on the Ramonepreston Show. Peace.